The internet just witnessed one of the most savage fan attacks in recent TV history. Jenny Han, the mastermind behind The Summer I Turned Pretty, got absolutely demolished by her own fan base on her birthday. We're talking about comments so brutal they make Twitter cancel culture look like a gentle suggestion box. This isn't just about one episode anymore. This is about a fandom that's completely spiraled out of control, and the shocking revelations about what's really happening behind the scenes might change everything you thought you knew about this show. If you're as obsessed with this drama as I am, smash that subscribe button, because apparently we're all collectively losing our minds over fictional teenagers, and honestly, I'm here for it. Let's dive into the absolute chaos that erupted after episode 9 aired. Fans didn't just dislike it, they declared war on Jenny Han herself. Picture this. It's the creator's birthday, and instead of birthday wishes, her comment section turned into a digital battlefield. People were calling episode 9 a complete waste of time, saying they waited an entire week just to watch Belly chase a bag through Paris, while Conrad got emotionally destroyed for an hour straight.
The comments were absolutely ruthless. Jenny, this episode could have been an email. You can literally take episode 9 out of the whole season, and it wouldn't matter. But here's where it gets really dark. One fan wrote, "I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch Jeremiah lay in bed and Belly chase her bag through Paris. I'm 34 and have 3 kids. I don't have time for this." The level of personal investment these people have is honestly terrifying. What made fans completely lose their minds wasn't just Belly's spontaneous Paris adventure, it was the fact that after Jeremiah and Belly called off their wedding in episode 8, viewers expected immediate resolution. Instead, they got what they perceived as filler content. But here's what they don't understand about storytelling. Sometimes the journey matters more than the destination. Jenny Han wasn't about to take this lying down. She clapped back hard on social media, and her response revealed something much darker about modern fandom culture. She defended her creative choices while calling out the toxic behavior flooding her comments. The creator made it clear that being passionate about a show doesn't excuse harassment and personal attacks. Her TikTok response was particularly telling. She addressed the filler episode criticism directly, explaining that every scene serves a purpose in character development. But what really stood out was her frustration with fans who think they understand storytelling better than the person who literally created these characters. The audacity of people telling Jenny Han how to write her own story is mind-blowing. The controversy exposed a much bigger problem: the entitled nature of modern fandoms. These aren't teenagers getting upset about their favorite show. These are adults in their 20s, 30s, and beyond, treating fictional characters like real people and attacking real people over fictional storylines. The line between passion and obsession has completely disappeared. If you're still watching and wondering how this all connects to some serious behind-the-scenes tea, hit that subscribe button, because what I'm about to tell you next will blow your mind.
But this drama runs deeper than just one episode. There's been persistent speculation about tension between the cast members, particularly regarding political differences and personal conflicts. Lola Tung, Christopher Briney, and Gavin Casalegno have maintained professional facades during interviews, but industry insiders suggest the relationships aren't as harmonious as they appear on screen. The political drama brewing behind the scenes adds another layer to this mess. Reports indicate that some cast members have vastly different political views, which has created awkward moments during promotional events. This tension allegedly affects the on-screen chemistry that fans are so invested in, making the whole situation even more complicated. What's particularly disturbing is how fans have started attacking the actors personally. Christopher Briney, who plays Conrad, has been receiving hate messages because fans think his character deserves better treatment in the storyline. Gavin Casalegno faces criticism from Team Conrad supporters who blame him for their favorite character's suffering. Lola Tung gets the worst of it, criticized for her character's choices as if she personally makes those decisions.
Amazon Prime Video had to issue an official statement asking fans to keep the conversation kind,
because the harassment reached dangerous levels. When a streaming service has to intervene to protect actors from their own fan base, you know something has gone seriously wrong. The root of this madness stems from the book versus show debate that's tearing the fandom apart. People who read Jenny Han's original trilogy feel entitled to a specific ending, while show-only fans have different expectations. This creates an impossible situation for the creators. No matter what they do, someone will be furious. The books actually provide very little detail about the ending. After Jeremiah and Belly call off their wedding, there are literally just a few pages before the story concludes with Belly and Conrad together. Jenny Han had to expand this material into multiple episodes, which means adding new scenes and character development that some fans perceive as unnecessary.
But here's the real tea. Many fans are terrified that the show will deviate from the book's ending entirely. The greatest fear among the fandom is that Belly will choose herself instead of ending up with Conrad. This possibility has people absolutely losing their minds because they've invested 3 seasons in a specific romantic outcome. The choosing herself theory gained traction because modern storytelling often emphasizes female independence over traditional romantic endings. Some fans interpret this as a betrayal of the source material and everything they've emotionally invested in. The idea that Belly might prioritize her own growth over either Fisher brother challenges their fundamental expectations. What makes this worse is that Jenny Han has been deliberately vague about the ending in interviews. She talks about character growth and unexpected directions without confirming the book's conclusion. This strategic misdirection keeps fans guessing, but also feeds their anxiety about potential changes.
The emotional investment these fans have made is genuinely concerning. People are talking about crashing out if Belly doesn't end up with Conrad, as if a fictional character's romantic choice will personally destroy their lives. This level of attachment to fictional relationships suggests some fans might need to examine their own emotional boundaries. Conrad supporters feel particularly validated because they see themselves in the emotionally unavailable man narrative. They believe the story validates their own relationship patterns and fears that changing the ending would invalidate their personal experiences. This psychological investment makes any deviation feel like a personal attack. Here's the thing about subscribe buttons. They're like Conrad Fisher. You know you want to click it. You've been thinking about it this whole time, but you're scared of commitment. Just click it. We're in this together now.
The Team Jeremiah versus Team Conrad war has reached unprecedented toxicity levels. What started as playful fan debates has evolved into personal attacks and harassment campaigns. Fans are creating elaborate social media posts explaining why their preferred brother deserves Belly, complete with psychological analyses and moral arguments. Team Conrad supporters argue that Belly's love for Conrad is deeper and more meaningful, representing true love that overcomes obstacles. They point to years of pining and emotional connection as evidence that Conrad is her soulmate. Their arguments often focus on the idea that real love requires struggle and sacrifice. Team Jeremiah fans counter that Jeremiah treats Belly better and makes her genuinely happy. They argue that Conrad's emotional unavailability is toxic and that Belly deserves someone who consistently chooses her. Their perspective emphasizes healthy relationship dynamics over dramatic passion.
The problem is that both sides are treating these fictional relationships like real-life relationship advice. People are projecting their own romantic experiences onto these characters and getting personally offended when others disagree with their interpretations. This isn't just fan enthusiasm, it's psychological investment gone wrong. Jenny Han finds herself in an impossible position. She created these characters and their relationships, but fans now feel ownership over them. Any creative choice she makes will be scrutinized through the lens of fan expectations rather than evaluated as part of her artistic vision. The pressure has clearly affected her decision-making process.
Recent interviews show her being more defensive about creative choices and less open about future storylines. She's protecting her vision while trying to manage a fan base that's become increasingly hostile toward deviation from their expectations.
The Jenny Han situation reveals how toxic this relationship can become. Fans no longer just consume content. They feel qualified to critique, demand changes, and attack creators who don't meet their expectations. This entitlement threatens the creative process itself. Modern fandoms have created echo chambers where dissenting opinions are attacked rather than discussed. Team Conrad and Team Jeremiah supporters don't engage in healthy debate. They wage war against anyone who disagrees. This polarization makes rational discussion impossible. The birthday attack on Jenny Han represents the worst of this culture. Fans felt so entitled to their version of the story that they turned someone's birthday into a harassment campaign. The lack of basic human decency is staggering. But here's what Jenny Han is really planning, and this might surprise everyone. Despite the backlash, she's been dropping subtle hints about the true direction of the story. Episode 9 wasn't filler, it was strategic character development, preparing viewers for an ending that might satisfy everyone while surprising no one.
The Paris scenes weren't random. They showed Belly gaining independence and perspective outside the Fisher family drama. This character growth is essential for the ending to feel earned rather than arbitrary. Jenny Han understands that Belly needs to choose Conrad from a place of strength, not desperation. Conrad's emotional journey in recent episodes has been deliberately difficult to watch. He's processing grief, family trauma, and romantic confusion simultaneously. The show is forcing him to confront his emotional unavailability before he can be worthy of Belly's love. This development is crucial for their eventual reunion to feel healthy rather than toxic. The strategic misdirection in interviews serves a purpose beyond avoiding spoilers. Jenny Han wants viewers to experience genuine uncertainty about the outcome. Even book readers shouldn't feel completely confident about the ending because the show has earned the right to expand and deepen the original story. Recent episodes have been planting seeds for a conclusion that honors the book while feeling fresh for all viewers. The expanded character development and relationship exploration justify the changes fans have been criticizing. Every filler moment has been building towards something bigger.
Here's the reality. Jenny Han loves these characters more than any fan possibly could because she created them. She understands their psychological motivations and emotional needs better than people who've only known them for 3 seasons. Trusting her creative process means accepting that she might know something fans don't. The ending will likely satisfy book readers while surprising show-only fans. Belly will choose Conrad, but the journey to that choice will feel earned and empowering rather than inevitable and desperate. The character growth throughout Season 3 has been preparing viewers for this resolution. This entire controversy reveals something troubling about modern entertainment consumption. Fans no longer trust creators to tell their own stories effectively. They want immediate gratification and predictable outcomes rather than thoughtful character development and narrative complexity. The Summer I Turned Pretty drama exposes the dark side of passionate fandoms. When investment becomes entitlement, appreciation becomes harassment, and discussion becomes warfare, something has gone fundamentally wrong. Content creators shouldn't fear their own audiences, but that's exactly what's happening across multiple fandoms.
Jenny Han's experience should serve as a wake-up call for fan communities everywhere. Passionate engagement with fictional stories is wonderful, but personal attacks on real people crosses an unacceptable line. Creators deserve basic respect and creative freedom, regardless of whether fans agree with their choices.
The solution isn't less passionate fandoms, it's more emotionally mature ones. Fans can love characters deeply while respecting the boundaries between fiction and reality. They can disagree with creative choices while treating creators with basic human decency. As The Summer I Turned Pretty approaches its finale, viewers should remember that they're watching someone else's artistic vision, not their personal fantasy. Jenny Han didn't write these books and create this show to fulfill fan expectations. She created them to tell a story that matters to her. The real test of this fandom won't be whether the ending satisfies everyone. It won't. The test will be whether fans can accept an ending that serves the story rather than their personal preferences. Based on recent behavior, that's looking increasingly unlikely.
But maybe, just maybe, the finale will be so well executed that even the harshest critics will have to admit Jenny Han knew what she was doing all along. Maybe the journey through those criticized episodes will retroactively make sense. Maybe fans will realize that trusting the creative process was the right choice after all. Either way, this drama has revealed uncomfortable truths about modern fandom culture that extend far beyond one show about teenage romance. The Summer I Turned Pretty controversy is really about the summer modern fandoms lost their minds. So, what do you think? Are fans justified in their criticism, or has this gone too far? Will the finale redeem Jenny Han's creative choices, or will this controversy continue burning long after the last episode airs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but maybe keep it a little kinder than Jenny Han's birthday massacre. And if you made it this far into this absolute chaos, you might as well subscribe because clearly we're all in too deep to stop now. Until the finale drops and we can finally see how this all ends, I'll be here breaking down every single piece of drama this fandom creates. See you in the next video, assuming we all survive whatever ending Jenny Han has planned for us.